and we're talking about grief as well, like we did last night. We're trying to basically pinpoint off of where I stopped at last night, talking about grief and talking about okay, talking about stages of grief. And again, I introduced myself on last night, and I basically told you a lot about my story, how I came in contact with grief. Grief is something that we all gonna go through in life, whether we young, old, rich or poor. We're gonna experience some type of grief. And so what I want to get on here and talk about again tonight is we're gonna talk about the second stage of grief. Last night we talked about denial, being in denial. Also, we talked about being angry. So those are the two emotions that you're gonna feel when you're dealing with grief, and those are normal emotions, right? Those emotions are very normal that one go through, and so you don't. Again, we want to have a safe place, right, for you to grieve. We want to have a place where you can grieve properly and healthy, right? One of the things I talked to you about last night was some unhealthy ways of grieving that I went through. And like I said, grief takes everybody by surprise. You become shocked, you be in denial, and you become angry. Those are all telltale signs that you're grieving normal, okay? That you're grieving natural, okay? That's a natural form of grieving, right? And so you want to allow yourself the opportunity to have those normal steps of grieving. Um, but again, you want to be around as many people as possible. You don't want to shut anybody out. You want, a lot of people say, I don't want to be around the crowd. Um, but I'll tell you, the crowd helps you. Be around people that love you, people that understand that you're grieving, and you want to express your emotions, whether they're negative or positive. You want to have an outlet where you can actually talk to someone how you feeling and be able to channel those things. And don't ever think that what you're feeling, is not a normal feeling. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are talking to someone, whether it's a therapist. And again, I want to stress that I am not a licensed therapist, nor do I have any kind of degrees in mental health or any of those things. I just on here to make a safe place for someone to grieve properly and to share with you the things that I went through. Because I do believe that after a while that a person can gain strength from another person. And I am just another ear to listen to your grief. Again, I'm not a grief counselor, nor am I a licensed therapist, or do I have any kind of degrees in mental health. I want to keep stressing that those pointers. But there are times that you may have to see a mental health psychiatrist or agency, and there's nothing wrong with that. Me as being a woman of God, I had to also seek counseling. I also had to seek professional help because I kind of like shut everybody else out because of number one, shame. Shame will cause you to shut down, and shame will cause you to close up any kind of avenues, any kind of channels to talk to anybody. Because number one, you're gonna say they don't understand what I'm going through, or they're not going through that, or you feel like there's something wrong with you. Um, it's the reason why you lost your loved one. So I want to tell you that sometimes you have to seek um, a licensed therapist or a mental health agency. And there's nothing wrong with that. But here on this YouTube channel, this is a place that the Lord has placed on my heart to come and minister um, to you, to let you know you're not alone. That you have someone that know what you're going through. You have someone that have experienced what you're experiencing. You have someone that have a listening ear no matter what time of the day or night, that is here and that's available, that you can access and have accessibility to. And um, a lot of times, another thing that I dealt with was family. Family can be a good source to talk to and a not so good source to talk to. I have found out, for me, I'm talking about me, I have found out that outside help has helped me better than my family have helped me, because it seemed like my family just didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to really express myself to them. And I was actually holding back a whole lot that I was going through because they was quote unquote family. And if you have a family, sometimes family can prejudge a situation, or they can tell you it's time to move on. You grieve long enough. You should be over this, or you should be through with that. And so I want to say family can be a good source and also a not so good source when it comes down to grieving. Okay, so I've learned that talking to a total stranger, someone that don't have a dog in the fight, and so to speak, someone that don't have a dog in the fight, someone that don't know me from a can of paint, right? Can actually listen to me. I'm talking about, and I can really open up and pour my soul out, because you will find out, um, people of God, and just people in general, you will find out that um, sometimes you can be dealing with things more than just grief going on. You can be dealing with childhood trauma. And so talking to other people, you can really express yourself, because number one, they cannot prejudge you, because number one, they don't know you, okay? Number two, you know, um, they don't know you. Number three, they don't know you. So, um, talking to someone that's a stranger um, has helped me out a whole lot, that I was able to pour my soul out, and it helped me to move a little higher. It got a little better. Now, I'm going to tell you, your first uh, week or two is uh, uh, I want to say a mountain, because you're looking, sometimes you'll be looking to call that person, and you go to dial that number, and you realize, oh my God, that's right, they're no longer with me. Or a song may come on, right, to remind you of that person, and you be like, oh man, that's crazy. And then you find yourself just crying. And so, these are all normal feelings. All of these are normal feelings, okay? And so I just want you to know that while you're going through this process of life, right, that you're going to have good and bad feelings, okay? You're going to have some things that come up in your head and say, you know what? Why me? Why am I going through this? And why do I have to go through this? And you may try to find the easy way out. And a lot of times the enemy wants to put in your mind or put in your heart, right, to take the easy way out. And I want to redirect your mind, right? I want to encourage you and I want to let you know that no, that's not the answer, right? Your loved ones would rather for you to be on this earth, right? To experience some of the things that they're not able to experience, right? In other words, they can see through your eyes, right? You know, they may be gone physical sense, right? But their spirit lives on in you, right? Because you're reminded of the good times you had. That's number one. You're reminded of the laughs. You're reminded of the hurdles you went through together. You're reminded of all those things, and then you can look back and you can evaluate and you can just laugh and you can remember your loved ones, right? But those first 2 weeks are gruesome. They are very challenging, and you really need someone that have a listening ear to talk to. You don't want to be alone those first 2 weeks. You do not. I stress this point again. You do not want to be alone. You want to be around someone. If you can't be around someone, you want to call someone, talk to someone, reach out to someone, and let them know, you know, you know, how, how much availability do you have that I can talk to you? You know what I'm saying? And if that person said, well, I have 3 hours, 2 hours, or an hour, you take that opportunity and you just let go. If it ain't nothing but just crying on someone's shoulder for that hour just to get that out. You want to grieve properly and you want to grieve healthy, okay? You want to be in a healthy place. You want to grieve properly. And so that's why we're here. We're driving the ball game in on grieving properly, okay? So we touched again on last night, denial, shock. No, we did three. We did shock. That was the first thing. Your first is shock. Can't believe this happened. You know what I'm saying? The second thing is denial. No, that didn't happen. I'm not going to accept that, blah, blah, blah. You walk around and you be in denial, right? The third thing we talked about was being angry. Now, anger, again, is an emotion that we feel when we cannot change something. That'll show anger will show up that way because number one, you don't have the power to bring your loved ones back, right? Because if you did have the power, then they would be here, right? So that makes you angry. And God forbid if someone, like my situation in 2018 when somebody took my son's life, right? Um, God forbid that happens because then you're angry because they took your child from here. They didn't have to go. You know what I'm saying? If they would have just mind their business, if they wouldn't have just pulled that trigger, and so you feel the anger. Anger can be challenging, but it's an emotion. If you're not talking to someone, if someone is not talking you off the ledge of their anger, it can get you in some trouble. So, again, we're talking about grieving properly, Again, we're talking about challenging those emotions um, upfront and personal. Um, you know, they're going to be there, they're going to come up. And as they come up, you want to challenge those emotions, but you want to um, properly, and you want to grieve properly and healthy. You want those emotions to be healthy, where you're not killing somebody or going back and seeking revenge, because anger can take you on that roller coaster to where you want to get revenge. And so then you're not here to, if you got grandchildren or if you got loved ones that's back here, um, if you take that other person's life for doing what they did to your sibling, then you're not here for your loved ones. So then they're hurting for also, they're hurting two ways. They're hurting because they're losing you, because you're going to be gone away, put behind bars, and then also they're going to be hurting because of the fact that the individual that actually got killed or whatever or unalive. So you want to read properly. You want to challenge those emotions. They're going to come up, but you want to challenge them and have the right frame of mind, have the right spirit. You know, like I said, talking to someone, talking one on one with someone helps. If you don't want to be around a crowd, find you somebody you can talk to one on one. And like I said, ask them how much availability, how much time they have it where you can express yourself. Um, and if that person got an hour, then you go to the next person. How much availability you got? And before you know it, if you have a list of people that you can actually talk to, um, then you'll see that you probably got 7 hours where you're talking to different individuals, to help you get through this process, right? Um, so I'm not going to move on to those other stages right now. This is just an introduction to my channel and to tell you a little bit more about grief as my page grow. Um, we're going to really have people that's going to be on the live channel that's going to talk about their experience as well. And we're going to actually try to have a live therapist that to be on the channel as well, to be able to talk to you guys and to help you in any areas that you need help with. We're going to have some mental health professionals that I'm going to invite also to the channel. So this is going to be a good channel. So as I grow, we're going to open up. We're going to do more. So this is day 2 of me talking about grief. I did 30 minutes yesterday. Today I'm going to only do what 20 minutes today because like I said, as the channel grow, as we get some interaction with folks, then we can come on here and have a live panel and we can really get to the nitty gritty. Some of these things I'm going to leave up, and even after we get a certain amount of people on here, we may come back to some of these videos for introduction and stuff like that. We're going to have, oh God, I can see this thing big. So just work with us. I'm going to have people that's going to come on and have prayer over us. And I am also going to be praying on here on this live over you guys and ministering into you as well, because that's what God has called me to do as well. So, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead on and get off of here. It is try to do 20 minutes, but I think we got like maybe 15 more minutes in here or seconds, however. But just another introduction to my live, just an introduction to my page and my channel and what we're going to be talking about. So until the next time, we'll see you later. God bless you.